Hello, dear classmates and Professor Villalobos. This is Ariel. This is the task about the global warming for week 4. Global warming is a serious issue, and it's a term that means the planet is experiencing a gradual warming of temperatures due to an increase in gases and pollutants like the carbon monoxide. Global warming is no longer a problem of the future, and it is a situation that we must stop immediately, or the destruction of the planet will be reversible. For example, we can experience droughts, hurricanes, hunger, poverty, and destruction. These are some of the terrible consequences that global warming causes on our planet. Let's see some effects that we have seen during many years about global warming. Warmer temperatures. The accumulation of polluting gases causes temperatures to rise more and more, and climates to change. This causes droughts and, in addition, increases the risk of fires that leads to deforestation and desertification of the planet. In 2012, for example, the countries of the Sahel in North Africa suffered a food crisis that affected about 18 million people due to the lack of rain. Another example could be more intense storms. The fact that the temperatures are higher makes the rains less frequent, but they are more intense. So the level of floods and their severity will also increase. Another important point is the spread of diseases. With global warming, we can see a temperature change of several degrees that makes the temperature zone more welcoming to the spread of certain diseases. In this way, cases of Chagas disease, dengue, or another type of diseases that are neglected in developed countries and in areas that have traditionally been colder can begin to occur. Another example could be stronger heat waves. The global warming is very related, obviously, as I said before, with temperatures. But in this way, we can mention the accelerated burning of like exhaustible fossil fuels that have been very intense in the North Pole particularly. This makes the North Pole much hotter today than it was 50 years ago, just to mention something. The melting of glaciers could be also an important effect, as well, that we can see here the most dangerous hurricanes that we have lived or experienced during many years. The rising temperatures of the sea causes hurricanes to become more violent. Why? Well, it's because a hurricane is the means that the planet has to distribute excess heat from warm to colder areas. This could be the reason. Also, we can have seen the ecosystem change. A higher temperature, less rainfall, droughts that we can see here, and floods make the climate adapt to this new climate, and so changes occur in the length of the seasons. More typical patterns of monsoon climates appear. One thing that I am very shocked now, because this kind of the natural disaster, it could be the disappearance of animal species. Many species of animals are watching their current climate disappear and are unable to adapt to change as quickly. Many polar bears are drowning because they cannot reach floating ice, and migratory birds are losing the ability to migrate because they cannot follow the temperature flows at which they are accustomed. And as we mentioned, the situation of polar bears is very related with the sea level rise. As the ice caps melt, a lot more water is poured into the seas or rivers and oceans, and therefore the sea level rises. This is one of the most serious consequences of climate change, since it means that many islands could disappear in the future and that a good number of cities will see their distance to the coast be reduced significantly. This is very important to take care of. Well, and the last point that I would like to mention is the food would be more expensive. This climate change endangers the production of staple foods like wheat, and in this means that hundreds of thousands of people whose lives depends on their crops are at risk of losing everything. And not only that, if crops are scarce, prices will increase, and this affects us all. As you can see, fighting the consequences of global warming is vital if we do not want our planet as we know it today to disappear. So, as we can see here, global warming is a very impact situation through many years in our lives. So, the best way to change this experience in our human life is just to start in our houses, probably with the garbage, collecting the garbage, reducing, recycling, try to I don't know, to use less the car, and more examples more. So thank you for your attention.